Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory here on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. So it was a little bit of a rocky Sunday for the servers and stuff in the weekend league. Like matchmaking was disabled in the weekend league, and I think it wasn't just like EA games. There was multiple things going wrong in the internets and webs and stuff. I don't know the technical stuff behind it, but basically there was like a 3 to 4 hour window where you couldn't play in the weekend league in prime time during Sunday, which didn't necessarily affect me because I wasn't going to start until slightly later in the day, but it did obviously affect quite a lot of people, and what ended up coming out of it is that the weekend league was extended, has been extended, so that you guys can play today as well if you have games left, if you're qualified, whatever, and you can play up till Tuesday morning instead of up to Monday morning. So yeah, that's the main news. But this gameplay is from Sunday afternoon into the evening, as I wanted to push from the 11 wins that I've got, and then at a minimum get gold 3 and then see if we could progress from there depending on how many games we would have left. So in the very first game I go into, I get gifted a penalty in the 3rd minute, and I was like, alright, thank you very much, I appreciate it, I'll take you up on that penalty and I will score it, and I did. And then nice little first time finesse from Pavel Nedved. I've really come to like him, and I know that it's a scary time with Black Friday coming up, and like this is the week where everyone thinks the market's going to crash, and there's potential that I could lose huge amounts of money on someone like Nedved, so I may sell him even for a slight loss now to hopefully cover myself, not now, like when I've finished the weekend league, depending on what the market's like. If he's already dropped loads by the time I go to sell him, then I'll probably just stick to my guns, keep him in the club, and then almost like write it off in my head, and then we will go forward in future weeks trying to earn our coins. So we'll see what happens. I might sell him, I might not. It all depends on like how I'm feeling at the time, and whether or not I feel like it would be a good time to sell to then make money in the future and stuff, or whether or not we've already lost out loads. So hey, why not just keep him and enjoy him? So yeah, we'll literally play it by ear on that one, but it would be interesting to know actually from your standpoint, from the standpoint of you guys out there, what are you doing? Are you invested for a market crash? Have you sold your stuff and you're like very liquid now and you have lots of coins at your disposal? Have you just kept your mega team because that's the team you want to play with? I would be very curious to know. It would interest me to see like what certain people are doing, because the more intel and the more info that you get on that side of things, then the better it is for you. You sort of understand a little bit more about, okay, I reckon the market will go down this sort of direction, you know. And with Black Friday, in previous years, EA have done like crazy like pack promotions, so not necessarily discounts or anything, but we just get lightning rounds, crazy lightning rounds. Sometimes we get a lot of SBCs as well. I hope so. Anyway, that's the content that I'm really looking for. So we're getting all of that kind of content, meaning that, well, the market does go absolutely nuts, and it's sometimes brilliant for some people that have already sold up and want to build a team and make a squad, and then sometimes it's absolutely god awful if you already have like every single penny you've got invested in your players, and well, you just lose loads, which happens. It does happen. I was nervous going into this game. He had purples one side, reds the next, and they were some decent looking players, I have to admit, but it took me 6 minutes to get a goal, and to be fair, I've been coming up against some difficult teams and half-decent opponents. Although, saying that, I have also had almost like more rage quits than ever. So, I don't know if the servers were bugging everyone or like annoying everyone this weekend. But it did seem like sometimes you go a couple goals up and then they would just quit on you. And we go, what, 3-0 up here? And I'm pretty sure this leads to a straight-up rage quit as well. Yeah, so a 45-minute rage quit right there on a 3-0 win is epic. It makes you feel so good that you get like another win towards your weekend league, and well, you actually haven't played the full 90 minutes. So that right there, 2 rage quits and a nice easy victory is what pushed me up to gold 3. And I was like, well, I can't stop there. That's not enough content for an episode. We've just gone ahead and smashed it and gone from 11 to 14 with 3 wins, 2 of them being rage quits. So I thought, you know what, we'll carry on. We'll see what's going down. So at this point in time, the servers had been down down and they were back up again. But there was talk on the internet of whether or not we would get the weekend league extended, but nothing was confirmed. So it's only after I come out of the very, very last game that we play in this episode today did I see on Twitter that EA literally just tweeted, hey, we're going to extend it for another day. So yeah, this whole episode I had no idea whether or not I would need to continue playing late on into the night on Sunday, or whether or not I could leave it a little bit, relax a bit, and leave some games for Monday. So yeah, it was a little bit frustrating to not quite know where you stand, and I imagine, you know, this is my job, so I can play FIFA tomorrow, but there's a lot of you out there that would obviously be in school or at work and stuff, and hopefully you've got the evening free if you have saved some games and you did want to play, because the weekend league being down for 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever it was on a Sunday, is frustrating. But them giving us 24 extra hours, I think that's great. You know, it does mean that you can probably fit that 3 or 4 hours, find that 3 or 4 hours somewhere, even if you have been at school all day or at work all day and stuff like that, because they've given you a whole extra 24 hours when it was down for 3. But in general, definitely been a bit of a rocky few days, hasn't it, in terms of FIFA and content and servers and whatnot. It's been like kind of scary, yeah, like to see like SBCs being sort of messed up or incorrect or whatever they were. What do we have? Marquee Matchups had an incorrect fixture. One of the teams was wrong, but that stayed the same. It didn't change or anything. But the overall rewards were just low and pretty meh, so I fed that back. I wanted to, you know, my personal feedback on like marquee matchups is that I would much prefer to spend more on the SBC if we're going to get like better packs out of it. Like, I don't really want an SBC that averages at around 15k to give me 4 packs that yeah, I just about profit from, but I never pack anything good. I'd rather spend 30 or 40k on marquee matchups and get like a mega pack, a rare mega pack, a prime pack, you know, like actually have some pretty cool options that maybe would get us something good, but we got to spend it and risk it to potentially get it. So that's sort of what I fed back, and I feel like that is more what the whole community would agree with as well. Maybe not some people, but yeah. So we had the marquee matchups, bit of a fiasco, and then Friday, well, same night actually, on Thursday we had the icons come out, and that didn't go too great either. Them being removed because it was like there was some sort of exploit where you could get unlimited 100k packs basically for free or something, and then with the Jadon Sancho stuff on Friday, it's just genuinely been a bit of a rough time. And then, of course, with the servers going down, obviously that doesn't look great either. But hey, sometimes these things come in waves, right? And we'll hopefully have a much better week in the next week. I hope so anyway. That's, you know, we all want this game to be stable and correct and run right and stuff. Because when it is running right, you know, I love playing this game. I love all the content. I love the SBCs and stuff like that. I just need them to be right, and I need them to be worthwhile and stuff. So hopefully that gets a little bit more of a look at in future. Maybe it goes for a couple more people to say, actually, there's a red flag here. This SBC could be exploited, or that's what I'd love, you know, going forward. So this game right here, I was 3-0 down. This is my favourite game of this weekend league so far, because I was literally 3-0 down, and with the smile on my face, you can probably tell that we're not going to lose 3-0. I get it back to 3-2. Lucas, being my super sub, comes on up front now. Now that we've run out of Eden Hazards and Aubameyangs to use, I'm back to Heung-min Son, and in the 85th minute, I got given a penalty after I'd made it 3-all. So this was a big moment. I'd already had a penalty in this match, which he'd saved. So I moved my Fabinho. I stuck to my guns, looked left, went left, scored the goal, and I won 4-3 when I was 3-0 down. And I basically said to myself that I didn't want to really quit any games this weekend, even if it did look like there was absolutely no chance of me losing, no chance of me winning, because I just want to get those 400 rank points, and I'm like, try and learn from it instead of getting stressed and stuff. So I stuck in that game, and it just so happens that we turned it around. You get one of them once in a blue moon, and it felt really good. I'm not going to lie, it felt incredibly good to get a 4-3 win from after being 3-0 down late into the second half. Next game, we go 1-0 up. Those finesse shots from Nedved are literally his cup of tea. They seem to be incredibly good. Like a little bit like Salah on the other side. Like he's incredible at it as well. You know, he scored a nice one there to put me 2-0 up in this game. I thought Gabriel Jesus was offside right there just initially, but obviously he wasn't because the goal stands. And then Ericsson feeds through an open Lucas Moura, and I just can't quite catch him with my Alexandro. And he's very good in that situation. Cross goalkeeper, whether it's the finesse shot or a power shot, I always concede to Lucas right there. And actually, when mine's in that position, he always scores as well. So he is still a pretty viable option. However, I like him a little bit more off the bench as a substitute. Now, we're 3-3 in this game, and I can't quite seem to get a grip on it. I run down the other end after he equalises, and I score a kickoff goal. And I think 2 of those passes I didn't actually mean. Like, one went to one player, and then the cross wasn't meant to go for Salah. And I just got really lucky that sequence of events happened, and it almost felt like the computer just scored for me. I won 4-3, and I don't know if I really deserved it, but there you go, guys. We've actually pushed our way towards gold 2 now. So we are 17-4 at this point in time, and I still didn't know that the weekend league was going to get extended or anything. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go and have my dinner, see my family, and then push on through into the evening and hopefully go for gold 1, because we should hopefully be able to get gold 1. I get matched up against this squad. Nice team. He's got Tar, Guilavogui, Mkhitaryan, Red Van Dijk. He's got Aubameyang and Hazard. Like a really solid squad. And it took 73 minutes for the deadlock to be broken. And it was my opponent. He did it with a red substitute, Felipe Anderson, and I was so annoyed that I just couldn't keep marking that player. However, some nice 1-2 football between Lucas and Nedved left to the 5-star weak foot of the Czech Republic icon, scoring that equaliser for me. But heartbreak in the 89th minute as the ball goes through my goalkeeper's hands. And I was mad at that point. I don't think the dab helped. I think the dab might have led to a little bit more frustration from me. But we just lost that game in literally one of the last kicks of the game. And I didn't defend it well enough. My goalkeeper decided not to save it. And I felt very, very, very hard done by and stressed out. So coming out of that one and then seeing that Foot Champs has been extended by 24 hours... It gave me a good feeling that I didn't have to play anymore tonight or last night as I was playing, and leave some for today as you guys are watching this. You know, I can be playing today to hopefully get gold 1. But it was also like, damn it, I wish I hadn't have gone into that game, because then I could have literally had the 9 games remaining, been on that high of 17-4 and gone into tomorrow with a nice good mindset. Whereas at the moment, obviously, I'm going into my games on Monday with like knowing that I lost the last one. So it's a little bit different up here at the moment. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap things up for today. Episode number 62 is done. I haven't asked you for any likes at the moment. So if we can just hit 3 likes today, that would be amazing. Thank you so much in advance. Don't forget to sub if you're new to the channel. Have a lovely day. Hope you're doing well in the weekend league. Let me know what you got, if you're still going, what your records are down below in the comment section. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.